Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with a fragrance review about a fragrance that made one of my lists earlier. It is a niche fragrance. I know I don't bring you guys a lot of niche fragrances, but this one was a really easy blind buy because of the price, and per ml it was the same price as buying a larger bottle, so I thought, you know what, I'll just buy it, and worst case scenario, at least I didn't pay too much for it, and it's going to be Etat Libre d'Orange Bijou Romantique. Okay, so what does this fragrance smell like? Because I'm not going to go over the notes. I know you guys can look them up yourself. You're going to get a very powdery vanilla. The powder is from the iris, and there's obviously vanilla in the base of this, and benzoin. You'll get a little bit of that too, but it's just a very powdery vanilla. You will pick up on the vetiver in here. I don't feel like the vetiver is as present in the air as it is when you smell it directly off of your skin. Off of your skin, yeah, I think you can definitely pick up the vetiver, but again, it kind of disappears a little bit in the air. So the iris in here, I like iris, but I kind of prefer it when it's lipsticky. I don't love when it's powdery. If you like powdery fragrances, because I know a lot of you guys do, that's gonna be here. That's the type of iris that's in this fragrance, and I do feel like that stays, even though if it's a mid note, I feel like it stays throughout the life of the fragrance. Again, the vetiver very present when you smell it directly off of your skin, but in the air, you smell it a lot more faintly. It's just not as pronounced as the powder from the iris or that vanilla note. Speaking of the life of the fragrance, how long do you get on this? So this one kind of plays a peekaboo game with me. I get about 6 to 7 hours, maybe more, but not consistently. So I get it, and then it kind of comes and goes throughout the day. I get wafts of it throughout the day, so I feel like the sillage on it is pretty good. Rejection on this is not very strong, so I would say, you know, project for this long, but I don't get strong projection like right off the cuff. Again, people will smell your trail pretty well as they walk by you or as you walk by them, probably. But in terms of the actual projection, it's a pretty soft projector. It stays fairly close throughout the entire life of it. You might be able to get more than 7 hours off this, but again, on me, I was getting about 7. It pushed up to 8, but again, it wasn't strong. So I couldn't say like it lasted a solid 8 hours. No, I think it got, I want to safely say it got between 6 and 7 and never was a strong projector on me. Who can wear this? Honestly, it's, the base is vanilla, benzoin, and vetiver. To me, that's super unisex. I don't feel like it's overly feminine. However, if you think powdery fragrances are too feminine, then this would definitely lean feminine. But I don't get a ton of sweetness from this. So like the vanilla in this isn't very sweet. And I think maybe the reason that it's not sweet is I feel like the powderiness and the vetiver kind of just make it a very neutral vanilla. So I think anyone could wear this. I don't think anyone under 25 is going to enjoy it. I feel like this is going to be for someone who's more mature and looking for a fragrance that's more subtle and just not something that's a screamer. Where can you wear this? Very safe office fragrance. I think you could wear it to a formal event, date night fragrance. Honestly, really versatile, and in terms of seasons, I don't think that there's a season that this would not work for, because again, I don't feel like it's a cloying fragrance. It would be probably inappropriate midday in the summer, but even in the evening, I think it'd be okay as long as you don't live in a super humid climate. Now let's talk about compliments. I didn't get any with this fragrance. And on top of that, I didn't love smelling it on myself. I don't like stuff that's overly powdery. I don't mind a touch of powder in fragrances, but when it gets too powdery, it's not my cup of tea. I usually blind buy fragrances, so it's really always gonna be a hit or miss whether or not I like a fragrance, but just because I don't like something doesn't mean I'm not gonna review it. It could be a ton of you guys that do like this fragrance based on what I'm saying. B, a lot of you guys might be considering buying this and unsure, so I thought, let me bring this to you guys anyways, because, and that leads us to our next point, it is a really inexpensive at fragrancebuy.ca. This is a 30 ml. I think it was like around $25. I think it was a promotion, but they haven't taken it down. I'm guessing it hasn't sold out because nobody really knows anything about this fragrance. I think that there is a very specific target audience because I know a lot of you guys really like powdery fragrances, and this would probably be your dream fragrance because that powder just comes and goes and you get wafts of it throughout the day. So I feel like if that's your thing, this will be a good one for you. If that's not your thing, I wouldn't do this. It'd probably be a real bad idea. And don't tell me that you bought it because of this and then you didn't like it, because that's not true. So again, price point is really good. Honestly, for a niche fragrance, less than $1 per ml, that's pretty good. Especially because the 30 ml was cheaper than the bigger one. I don't remember what the bigger one is, but it wasn't cheaper, but it was cheaper per ml than the larger size, which never happens, which is why I just went ahead and bought the small one. I thought, you know, worst case scenario is I have it just to review it. Kind of a waste of money, but that's okay. At least now you guys know what this fragrance is all about. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!